Hi guys, welcome to another Buzzin chat show here on Buzzin Pattaya. And today I've got some great questions that I want to go through with you. There's lots of things that have been sent in, and thank you very much for those of you guys that have taken the time and effort to ask the questions that you've been sending in. It's been brilliant. Some of the questions I can't answer, I wish I could, but they're a little bit close to the mark, guys. Come on, you know, you're putting me out there. And talking of putting me out there, I just want to say an absolute wholeheartedly deep heartfelt thank you to everybody that's been supporting this channel, because ironically we've just passed the 25,000 subscriber mark, which is just unbelievable. You know, it really is. It's far way surpassing all of my expectations when I started this. And it was funny, I got a little flash up on Facebook the other day. You know, when they send you these memories, oh, did you know that you posted this picture a year ago, blah blah blah. Well, anyway, I had a year poster pick up, and I think I had 936 subscribers a year ago, and here we are with 25,000. Unbelievable. So thank you. You know, thank you very much. You know, I'm a humble guy. I'm very grateful for all the support you give me. So thank you so much, guys. In terms of the chat group, obviously now we've moved away from Telegram. And for those of you that love the Telegram setup, you know, I apologize, guys, if it's not for you to move across to Discord. But in all honesty, I do think the Discord group now is far better organized. It's much more easy to navigate. There's selected topics, etc. And you know, already we've got over 1,000 people on there. And what's nice is that you can chat away, you can talk away about specifics, and you're not going to be swarmed and wading through thousands of messages. I mean, guys will message me in Telegram saying, man, I've woke up, there's 2,000 messages. And you know, that's crazy. So if you haven't had a chance to look at our Discord group, there is a link in the description below. Please take a look, see what you think. And as I say, it's like a proper forum. But it's a live forum, you know, it's not like where you send a message and post, then you just sit there and wait for hours. This one, there's lots of people online all the time, and there's some great characters on there, there really is. So guys, if you get a chance, have a look. All right, so today's questions. When's the best time to come to Thailand? Things to avoid here in Pattaya. The best decent food place here in the city centre. Why do you not see people kissing and hugging? And is it easy to find a girl stroke couple that will help you explore your wildest fantasies? All right, so great questions. Today then, let's go. The first question came in from Sam. Sam said, when is the best time to come or not to come to Thailand? Great question, my friend, because a lot of that depends on what you want back in return. So for instance, if you want the heat, if you're somebody that likes the sun, etc., well then you've got to come around April time, because that's our hottest month. Having said that, you've also got Songkran. And if you're not sure what Songkran is, number one, make sure you 100% Google it before you do come over. I know we haven't had Songkran for 2 years, but I'm guessing next year will be Songkran. And can you imagine what that's going to be like? You know, the first Songkran in 3 years, it's going to be mental. So if you're not sure about Songkran, please Google it. It's the big water festival where they chuck all the water over you with the pistols and the buckets and the ice buckets and the big Bowser hoses, and they put the powder over you. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, when I first came here, it was just mental. I loved it. Having been here for a few years now, you know, 10 years, I would say I'm not a great lover of it. I do participate on the last couple of days because it's fun, but it can be a little bit OTT. And if you're not the kind of person that accepts getting soaking wet with freezing cold water every 10 seconds, maybe you're best off not coming here for them. But April is notoriously our hottest month of the year. Now, if you're going to be exploring the country, then again, between November and around about end of January, February, be very aware that when you go up into the countryside, they burn the sugarcane. So, you know, that can be quite an off-putting situation to be in. There's lots of embers and that flying around. You know, it really is quite full on. And they do that because it's cheaper than actually harvesting the sugarcane, so they just burn it. But yeah, if you come over here and you do decide to go off and explore, you may find yourself facing a lot of embers in the air, and it can be quite upsetting, really. Well, not upset, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsettling? Uneasy? I don't know. It ain't good. Let's leave it like that. But yeah, so you know, those are the times when you want to really sort of like think about it. And also the wet season here. Again, if you're the sort of person that wants to come here and just wander around and enjoy a nice hot climate and, you know, enjoy the sun, well then probably, you know, avoid our rainy season, where October October is our wettest month, and that's when it just literally pours down. But do you know what? I love it. It's brilliant because you walk around, it's roasting hot, you get a massive monsoon downpour for like 30 minutes to an hour, the whole city floods, the cars can't go anywhere, the streets are just rivers, and then literally within an hour it's all gone and you wouldn't even know it happened. So, you know, it's not that bad. It's not like back in England when it was raining and it was cold and freezing, rained all day and it was just a horrible day. Here it's wham bam, thank you ma'am, now let's crack on. So hopefully, Sam, that's given you a bit of insight as to things to consider. But really, you know, just do a bit of homework, my friend. Go on Google. You know, Google's our best friend. Go on there. They'll answer all the questions. If you're not sure, jump onto our Discord group and ask the question there, my friend. There'll be lots of people that can share their opinions and not just listen to my opinion. Raymondo. Oh, man, what a question you've asked me today, my friend. This is a really difficult one. And I'm going to have to throw this back to you guys after this. So, Raymondo said, things to avoid in Pattaya. My Lord, what an open-ended question that is. And it's a question that you could answer 1,000 times and still miss another 1,000 things. What I will say is this. I've got a little list here. I say a little list, bearing that in mind. So, don't go walking around with loads of money. All right, I've seen it before. I've seen people in the go-go bars opening up their man bag, pulling out a wad of like 50,000 baht, 100,000 baht, and you're like, dude, come on, you know, you're just opening yourself up to be a target. So, you know, number one, only take out with you what you really genuinely need to spend. And if need be, you know, especially if you've got a Thai card here, a bank account, well, then just take out enough and go and draw some money out. I mean, I'm going to contradict myself now because I wouldn't recommend drawing money out at night, specifically if you've had a few beers, because it might go a bit pear-shaped. But in general, just take out enough money that you need to do what you need to do, and don't go out there lording it up with wads of cash, because it just attracts the wrong kind of attention and in many ways gives out the wrong signals. You know, don't forget, people here to earn money, and if they see you've got all the money, they're going to do their very best to take that money from you in many different ways. Jewelry. Man, I've seen people walking around like B.A. Baracus, do you know what I mean, with all the gold on. And admittedly and ironically, considering the problems that we're currently going through, there hasn't been a lot of incidences where there's been a lot of reports of gold snatching. But back in the day, you know, I've had two very bad experiences myself personally. One where my missus was on a motorbike in front with my daughter and I was on the motorbike behind with my son, and a guy rode past and tried to grab a gold chain off of her. Fortunately, he missed, but nevertheless, the point being is that it happens, and it really, really does happen. And back in the day, we used to have quite a lot of this happening where people would try and grab your jewelry and do a runner. Doesn't seem to be happening right now. Now, whether that's because there's not enough people here or the people here are not wearing their jewelry as so much. I mean, look at me, guys. You know, I don't have anything. You know, no gold bracelets, no necklaces, nothing, literally, because it really does put you out there. So again, you know, just be a little bit careful. If you're going to walk around with a nice gold necklace with maybe a diamond or whatever, you know, just put it in your safe, guy, or better still, leave it at home. No one cares here. Nobody cares here. You could have all the gold in the world, or you could have zero around your neck. Nobody cares, only you. So, you know, just protect what you've got and leave it back in your own country if possible. Or if you do have to bring it out here, put it in a safe, guys. Don't make yourself a target. Rudeness. Now, Thai people are very, very tolerant until you get to a stage where you start to raise your voice or start to get animated. They don't appreciate rudeness, and it can often escalate quite quickly and quite viciously. If you're in a situation where you think to yourself, do you know what, this is going a bit pear-shaped, do you know what, just smile and say, okay, I'm sorry, and just walk away. Trust me, just walk away. Do not get into confrontations. It really isn't worth it. Remember, you are a guest in this country. There's a Thai national over there with another Thai national over there with a Thai policeman, and you're going to say they were wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Just, okay guys, I'm sorry, no problem, and just walk away. It really, really is simple as that. I don't care whether you're Rocky Marciano and Mike Tyson rolled into one. It's irrelevant. Trust me, it is just not worth the hassle and the aggravation and the possible consequences that your anger may bring to you. So just, you know, guys, hey, listen, you're on holiday. You're on holiday, have fun, enjoy it. If something goes a bit pear-shaped, just, okay, no problem, sorry, and walk away. Leave it at that, guys. Okay, so Orango says, now this one I definitely need your help for, right? And I'll tell you why. This is dead, you know anyway, right? I eat Thai food. I eat from the Thai stalls. I cook Thai food. I don't go to restaurants. It's not my cup of tea. I've had years and years of that in London, going out and all that rooty tooting and all the hierarchy and all that stuff. Bores the crap out of me. You know, these, what do you call it, these a la carte meals. I mean, come on, look at me. Do I look like I eat 2 sprigs of lettuce and a tiny piece of meat and pay 50, 60 quid for that? Do I look like that kind of person? Be nice, be nice. My point being is, I don't go to these high-end restaurants here. We do have some. We've got some fantastic restaurants here. You know, I mean, I know, like, I wrote down here, Patrick's. You know, Patrick's, just off Second Road there by Soy Diana. Very, very good reputation, incredible steaks, very, very nice guy. Definitely a go-to place. Somewhere I don't really go to, but it's just a go-to place. Cafe des Amis, I mean, talk about fine dining. You know, that place there has an incredibly good reputation, as does Casa Pascal. So we do have a good selection of very high-end restaurants here, and I know I've missed loads out already, but what I'm going to say to you guys is please help me. You know, Orango, I can't really answer your question, my friend, simply because it's just not my cup of tea. I'd much rather get a 40 baht kapal moo sap, and maybe I might push the boat out and spend an extra 10 baht and get an egg with kai dao. And you know, that's me. I'm very happy with that. And when I go back to my home up in Korat, outside of Korat there, I don't eat any foreign food. I just eat Thai food. So for me, to answer your question in all its honesty is a difficult shout, if I'm being honest. So please, guys, if you can recommend some good high-end restaurants, not your bangers and mash, you know, we're talking about, you know, I'm guessing you're talking about good, decent quality food. You know, please, guys, drop your comments below. That's the beauty of this channel, is you guys bail me out when I need you. And I need you. I don't know how to do this one. I don't eat posh food. It's just not my cup of tea. Brendan. Brendan said, I don't ever witness much kissing or hugging in Thailand. Why is that? Simply because, my friend, it is an absolute no-no, okay? When I go home, I do not show any affection to my missus whatsoever when we're out publicly. I mean, she cringes when I do it behind closed doors, so she ain't gonna want to do it outside, is she? Let's be straight. But the point being is, it's a no-no. You know, we're very, very different to how the Thai people are. Thai people are very distant in their emotions and their touchy-feeliness, not because they don't love each other, etc., but it's because it's just not the done thing here. You know, you think about all the elders and that, they don't walk up, stick their tongue down each other's throat. It's just not the way it is. Having said that, if you're in a bar, if you're in a nightclub, if you're in that kind of environment, you know what I'm talking about, of course it happens, because ultimately the person that you're doing that with is pretty much trying to seal the deal in many ways. I hate to say it like that, but that's true. So they will do that interaction with you. But when you step aside, if you go up to their village, let's just say you found yourself a newfound love, and she says, oh, let's go up to my village, I want to show you around and parade you off, and you know, here, look, the new buffalo's in town. You know, if they want to do that and you try to engage in this kind of affection, trust me, it will go down like a lead weight in a swimming pool. It really will. They just don't do it. Another one for you as well, just for those of you that are not sure, don't touch somebody's head. Do not do it. It's the most disrespectful thing that you could possibly do to a Thai person, simply because it's the highest point of their bodies. You know, it's their crown, it's their top of their body. It's considered the most sacred part of their body. So if you walk up and go, hello, how you doing, and all that on top of their head, mate, it'll go down like a lead weight in a swimming pool. It really will. Don't do it. You know, be respectful. Just, you know, keep your distance. You know, what you do behind closed doors and how you interact is that's your business. But to put it out in the public eye, nah, not a good idea, my friend. So although you might get the urge, grab yourself a beer or whatever and try and forget about that until the times allow you to. And the old train's coming past now. Norm, do you know what? Hang on, come on. This morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, dude, there's nobody out. Why'd you? There you go, look at that. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And there's no one down there. Anyway, not to worry. Right, last question today then. Pan Tripper. Now there's me talking about Brendan's question about kissing, and now Pan Tripper said, is it easy to find a girl stroke couple to enjoy living out your personal fantasies? Oh man, what a question. Okay, so let's just put it this way, okay? You're coming into what is probably one of the world's biggest entertainment zones, and if there is a specific thing that you want to engage in or that you particularly enjoy, and I'll tell you what, I'm sweating today, it's hot today, but if there is that kind of thing, then there's a few things to consider. Number one, make sure that you put your cards on the table before you take the girl out of the bar and expect to carry out these fantasies that you may or may not have in your mind, because the girls will be very upfront with you, and they expect you to be very upfront with them as to the yes or the no's. So don't take it for granted. You know, these girls work in this industry, and yes, they are very accommodating and they're very pleasant and they're smart and they make you feel welcome, but there is that line, you know, and if you try to step over that line and it doesn't go with their feeling, then it's a no-no. It's as simple as that. And don't think, well, we're there now, she'll be all right. No, guys, it doesn't work like that. Be straight, be upfront, and because if you take that matter a little bit further, and I'm not going to get into that, but you know what I mean, if you try and cajole, oh, come on, it ain't going to work, guys. You know, just be upfront at the beginning, and that way then you've got no shocks or any surprises around the corner. Depending on what you're thinking, and I dread to think what you are thinking, but anyway, each to their own. But depending on what you're thinking, there are places here where you can do all kinds and all manner of things. You know, you go to the castle on 3rd Road. They'll put you in an MFO box, they'll chain you to the wall, they'll do all kinds to you. So whatever floats your boat, my friend, you know, it's available in somewhere or other here. And if not here, in Bangkok. But regarding the situation about a couple, 2 girls, yes, it is available if that's what you want, but again, speak to the girls and just be upfront, guys. You know, don't hide your feelings, because it's better just to put your cards on the table and say that's what I'm looking for, and they say sure, no dramas, we're good for that. You know, it is available, rather than expect it and then it doesn't happen and then you get a bit of a Sydney sad on. So there you go, guys. So Sam, Raymondo, Arango, Brendan and Pan Tripper, sorry, I hope that's answered all your questions. Guys, if you've got any questions you want to ask, please drop a comment below, and please, if you've got any suggestions or any comments you want to make on the discussion today, again, please drop the link below. It's great to hear from you. That's one thing that I think has helped this channel grow so much, is the interaction we get, and you know, it really is fantastic. So thank you so much. All right, guys, that's it for me. Like I say, please take a look at the link below and come over and join our Discord group. It really is great fun. Lots of chat rooms, etc. there, and you can chat away to your heart's content. You can ask questions like this, say, put me out here on the camera. But ask your questions down there, guys. Join the Discord group. If you haven't, please have a look at our membership area. There's lots of members in there now, and I'm gradually getting more and more businesses are going to come back and offer us some discounts. And I'm also going to be creating a members only photo and video gallery, you know what I'm saying, and that's going to be available. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon over there, and come and join and be part of our community. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.